Hey YouTube people, Cameron here with the Seabutters channel. Today we're taking a look at the Air3 Deluxe headphone earbuds. They're kind of AirPod style with the word. I don't know if you can see that very well, but they've got a little thing that hangs down. I had not heard of this company myself until they reached out for me to take a look at these, but we're going to evaluate them and see what I think of them. But they do have Qualcomm chips inside, including a bunch of Qualcomm technology. The Qualcomm True Wireless Mirroring. It's got a QCC3040 chip in it, and just based off of the packaging and everything, it looks intriguing, especially for the price. So there's going to be a link in the description below if you want to pick these up. There's a special sell with a code. But I'm going to evaluate these and compare them against the Galaxy Buds. But first of all, we're going to do an unboxing and see what this looks like on the inside. Okay, so first things first, we'll go ahead and unbox. But you can see I've got my little SoundPEATS buddy here. They sent that over, kind of a unique little thing that they sent over. Hadn't seen that before. The crazy thing about this thing is it is heavy. This must be rubber, but it is incredibly heavy. So just an interesting little piece that they sent over to me. But let's take a look at what's inside the box. Just an overview on the outside: Qualcomm QCC3040 with true wireless mirroring technology, Qualcomm aptX adaptive. And let's just get right into it. Okay, so they do have an app on the Android market. Instructions on how to upgrade your firmware. And in the box, we have a little pod here, which we'll get to in just a second. And then we'll also take a look inside the box here. We have manual in several languages, and the included charging cable, which is USB-C. That is a tiny little cable there, but that's all you need for charging. Take a look at this. It is small, but it does look like it's a fairly high quality rubber. Sometimes you get rubber housing that you're just like, yeah, this is gonna break, but looks fairly decent. Nice little cable there. So maybe what I'll do is go grab some Galaxy Buds so we can compare side by side. I will say right now though, this is quite small. Would be really easy to carry around. You have the SoundPEATS logo right on the front there. Okay, so just taking a look here and a size comparison. We've got the Buds over here, don't mind the tile on it, and we've got the SoundPEATS on this side. Pretty similar in size, although you will notice that the SoundPEATS are quite a bit thinner, and in one dimension, well, it's about very close. But let's take a look at the Buds themselves, see what they look like. So you can see we've got a charging case here. Which are made of a smooth plastic here. And inside the charging case, it's like that. If we compare these to our Galaxy Buds just in terms of size there. Okay, well, we don't have these two sit and look at them. We want to listen to them. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Android app rolling and see what these sound like. The SoundPEATS themselves, I have been able to listen to them a little bit, and I gotta say, they sound very good. There's plenty of bass there. There's plenty of high response. I was able to make some phone calls, and everyone heard me very clearly, and I could hear them very clearly. It almost seems like the frequencies of voices come through very well on here. One thing I will say about the app itself here, if I can get a good lock on that, there's a lot of equalizer settings. So like if you go in here, there's quite a bit of hip hop, classical, folk music, SoundPEATS classic. They've got a bunch of different presets available for you to use here, and maybe I can make this a little easier for you to see. But yeah, plenty of presets that sound good. And the other thing that I would say about this section here is this particular model of SoundPEATS does not have the active noise canceling, but inside the app they're talking about active noise canceling, and you can't click on the buttons, which is slightly confusing. It'd be better if when they knew you were connected to this model that they just didn't give you those features, because it literally tells you to press and hold the headphone handle, which those buttons do not do anything for you. So I would suggest to SoundPEATS that they maybe look at customizing what the app actually looks like depending on the set that you have, because the SoundPEATS app works with a bunch of different of their headphones. But again, these are the Air 3s, and they are very light. They're really comfortable. I have very sensitive skin in general, and sometimes when I have things that push on my ear, it almost causes chafing very easily. So I'm very particular about filling these with how light they are and the way that they fit in my ear. I could see myself using these. I also use the Buds Pro. These ones seem to be exactly the right shape to let me operate without getting a lot of that chafing, but I still don't use them for long periods of time. Although I am going to see if I could wear these ones for longer periods of time, because they are quite comfortable. I don't have to jam them in my ear to get good sound. And if I play music through them, let me just play a song here. They really stick in your ears really well. So that's a good thing. Just listening to a few songs here. Listening to some Mega Neko, some songs I'm really used to that I listen to a lot. And I gotta say, the sound is impressive, especially for the price point. I wouldn't say it's like the highest level of bass I've ever heard in a pair of headphones or anything, but across the range of lows, mids, and highs, it sounds really good. Okay. Let me pause that for a minute, and I'm going to put these back in their case. Okay, so I now have my buds in. And one thing I'll say about the buds is they do kind of close off your ears so you can't hear ambient nearly as much. But you can turn on active noise canceling, which helps with that. It just depends what type of earbud you want to be using. These do have a little more bass, although I would say the mids almost sound a little bit clearer on the SoundPEATS for some reason. It might just be my profile for my buds. I'm going to check that really quickly. But these do get a lot more bass. So yeah, if you like that closed off feel with your earbuds, the buds are going to give that to you a little bit more. Bass is a little heavier on the buds. However, the SoundPEATS almost have a more clear sound. I'm going to put these back in and listen again, see if I missed anything. Okay, so going to listen to that exact same song again. Yeah, so I will say these have the mids and highs on the SoundPEATS actually come through more clearly than on the buds, but they don't have quite the amount of bass, which I don't know. I could definitely see myself wanting to wear these because when they're paused, it almost feels like you're not wearing anything on your ears, and they're very comfortable. In fact, I'm very surprised how comfortable these are, and they are very light. So really easy to just set on your ear. Let's talk about the controls on these. So power on, it just happens automatically when you pull them out of that little case, and same thing, you put them back in the case. Alternatively, if you hold for 10 seconds, that will also turn it off. To play, double tap. For a volume up, you tap the right side once, and to volume down, left side once. And then for the game mode, you triple tap the left side. And for your voice assistant on your phone, you can triple tap the right side. So yeah, and there's a few other options in there for pairing and things like that, but it's all there in the manual for you. But I definitely, especially for the price, you can pick these up right now using that code for about $37. I would say if you like really clear sound, I'm actually surprised that it has more kind of like that crystal clear sound over the buds too. And they're very comfortable and light. So I'm going to keep wearing them and give them a shot and see how they go for me. But if you're interested in them, check out that link in the description, and maybe I'll give a little update once I've used these for a little bit longer, and we'll see you on the next video.